So for transforming the parent function y, or y equals 10 to the x to the transform function of y equals negative 2 parentheses 10 to the negative x minus 3 close parentheses plus 5. So there's the parent function up here and then the transform function below it. First, you just worry about translating the function's origin up and down and left or right. So you would worry about transforming 0, 1. So, to figure out how you're moving your graph, you would look at the number beside the x to tell whether you move left or right. So up here, so it's negative 3, which means you're going to move right 3 units. And since the number on the outside of the parentheses, right here, is plus 5, you would go up 5 units. So that would make it right here. Then, since there's a negative sign in front of the parentheses, the function is going to be flipped upside down, which would be this, hold on, yes, it would be this one right here, because it's flipping over the, it's a vertical reflection. So then, since there's also a 2 in front of the parentheses, you have to stretch the function by 2. Basically, all it does is move the line closer to the asymptote and the y-axis. The dotted line represents the function before the stretch over here, and the solid line is the function after. Last is the negative x, which is the horizontal reflection. To do this, all you have to do is flip the function over the y-axis. Since the point is actually 3 away on the right here, so there's 3 units away, on the right of the axis, you would just move it 3 units to the left and redraw your final function using the same asymptote. So you would do it so it would keep going on and on, but never hit 0, or never reach the asymptote, my bad. Moving on to the domain, range, and end behavior, as well as the asymptote. The domain for the transform function is all real numbers. I know this because for all of the x values, there's no invalid y. The range is all real numbers and less than 7. I know this because when you look at the graph, you look at where the asymptote is, so the yellow dotted line, and you can see that y is all real numbers below it, so right here it just keeps going down. I know this because the graph gets closer and closer to 7, but is never able to get there. Lastly, the end behavior. The end behavior of the transform function states that as x approaches infinity, y approaches 7, which is the asymptote. And as x approaches negative infinity, y approaches negative infinity as well.